Welcome to the Texas Goat Radio Show. I'm your host, Matorius. This is part 3 of the 1745 live stream by Owen Benjamin.
So Americans were not raised with that guy, so we always thought he looked crazy. Like when you look at this guy, you can see the devil, right? Like it's obvious. The British were like blown away that this guy could have possibly been raping and killing kids. Okay? Now let's take a look at Pee Wee Herman. All right, that guy is fucking disgusting. Well, we'll get into his criminal record in a second, but just look at his face, guys.
It's ironic that Owen is talking about these two gentlemen. Now, take that for what it is, or however you want to take that.
He's never displayed any interest whatsoever in adult women. He was arrested for masturbating in public in 1991. And if you don't believe me, show me. Literally, he's a convicted sex offender. Literally convicted sex offender. In 2001, he was arrested for possession of child porn. Then people go, but he wasn't convicted. He literally admitted to it and pled out. He was on probation for 3 years, not allowed to be around children. I looked into the case. The authorities said that he...
The problem with what Owen does is that he exaggerates and he lies. And so that's one of the problems that I have with him, is because even the truth is lost in what he does. If he was 50% accurate, that would even be somewhat tolerable or palatable, but he's not. Conservatively, I would say between 1% and 3%, and he claims about 1,000.
He admitted to this. He possessed images of children engaging in sex acts. Okay? All you Sound of Freedom dumbasses paying your money to go save the children in Colombia, that's a pedophile, guys. You can.
And this is coming from the guy that says, pay your gay away, give me money because I actually help children. And there's no evidence of that whatsoever at all. In fact, he says that 14, 15-year-old children are the same as a 35-year-old woman.
You can see in his face. Look at him. That's an evil fucker. And the programming that he did to your kid's mind, and I watched him when I was a kid, he gave me nightmares. Look at how he's dancing in this. Okay, it's always in plain sight. This is Pee Wee Herman, his famous little dance. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I'll give you a hint. He's pointing at his penis and his asshole. Okay, so he's a man in high heels. Okay, he wears a bow tie. He's convicted of masturbating in public. He's Jewish, no offense. He's connected in Hollywood. Bear in mind, just understand something, that in Hollywood, you can be arrested and convicted. This guy named Peck, who worked for Nickelodeon, of inserting foreign objects into children's assholes. And he still got to work at Nickelodeon. And so when people say, like, look at this. So really quick.
The only thing that I really remember about Pee Wee Herman whenever I was little was there was a scene, and even as a child, I knew that this was... He always gave me the heebie-jeebies, if you know what, just the creeps. It made my stomach hurt to watch him, Ren and Stimpy, and Ernest P. Worrell always kind of creeped me out. I've grown fonder of Ernest, knowing where he came from and what all, like how that all went down. I don't know if he ever did anything questionable or whatever, but I've got some respect for Ernest since I've grown up. But Ren and Stimpy, no, and Pee Wee Herman, no. But there was only one scene that I remember, and he had shiny stuff on his shoes, like tinfoil or something that was shiny. Now, I know tinfoil is not shiny, but I think it was supposed to be tinfoil or something, to where he could look up the other person, somebody else's skirt. And yeah, that's what they were showing to children.
2001, Rubin was arrested and charged with misdemeanor possession of child pornography after police seized images from his computer and photography collection, but the allegation was reduced to an obscenity charge, and he was given 3 years probation. It happened.
What the heck is a misdemeanor CP? That doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. You wouldn't think that would be a misdemeanor.
Dude, okay? Well, I just would like to... Okay, he was caught jerking off in public. He told the arresting officer that he was willing to do a children's show for his kids. He's fucking disgusting. He's never been married, no children, no interest in women. He's a pedophile, guys. And if you watch what he does, so he's wearing high heels and he's pointing at his penis and his asshole. Ready? penis ass, penis ass, penis ass, penis ass, penis ass, penis ass, penis ass. His entire goddamn dance is going genitals, asshole, genitals, asshole. Oh, you're just reading into it. No, I'm not, guys. Americans can see Jimmy Savile was a problem, right? Okay, so he ran a children's television show called Pee-wee's Playhouse. He was a Hollywood Jewish gentleman that was very connected. And so whenever he got arrested for, I don't know, masturbating in public or possessing child porn, it would always get reduced and he was allowed to continue working. I, on the other hand, am not even allowed to have an agent or perform in a comedy club because of my jokes. He was caught coming and jacking off in public.
No, he's not. He canceled himself. That's one of the things that you'll notice with Owen is that whenever he's saying something like the whole Pee Wee Herman thing, I think it's true. I think he's speaking truth. But then he mixes it with other stuff that he wants you to believe to be true. He didn't get kicked out of Hollywood. He didn't get banned from clubs. No, he canceled his own shows. He canceled himself so that he could label himself as the world's most banned comedian. It's as simple as that.
And I'm not a child's performer. I would never want to appeal to kids. I don't want to be around your fucking kids. Who wants to?
He had a live stream just a few weeks ago called "My Message to the Youth." There are accounts of him actively telling his listeners to let their children watch him with his verbal pornography.
Be around your kids. Who would want to work at a strip club? Who would want to be a Catholic? So a heterosexual man would want to work the door to strip club, right? Access to naked, drunk.
Did you hear what he just slipped in there? Who would want to work in a strip club? Who would want to be a Catholic? And then immediately changed. He's like a magician with sleight of hand with his rhetoric, wizardry, and spellcraft. The answer is no.
Horny prostitutes. Okay, who would want to be a Catholic priest? Someone who's never allowed to get married, gets to wear a dress, feeds little kids wine, and gets cover from God. And when you get caught being a pedophile, they don't send you to jail. Hang on a second, guys. Hang on.
That shows you his respect for God, however much that is. He said, and gets cover from God, as though God participates in that and covers them.
This is really hard to figure out, guys. Who would be drawn to being the host of it?
And there he is with his oral fixation while he's talking about all this stuff. I've got to put something in my mouth, Ira says to him in the voice inside his head.
Child's television show. Hang on a second, guys. He doesn't have children of his own. He's never had a wife. He was caught jacking off in public and possessing child porn. He looks like a goddamn demon, okay? He wears a bow tie, tight pants. Gee whiz. Jimmy Savile, who wants to own a children's hospital, be super close with the Queen, have no family of his own, be knighted, and run a children's television? Hang on a second, idiots.
There's so much to that useless pipe that he keeps putting in his mouth. It's useless. And yet he still does it.
It's like,
almost like everything else that he does.
Dude, I was watching Q-tards, people that are like, Q is gonna get Hillary, child trafficking. They're like, oh, rest in peace, Pee Wee Herman. I'm like, Pee Wee Herman is a convicted sex offender. That's the pedo, guys. That's what they look like. That's what they act like. They're not scary Colombians in the jungle.
This is dangerous rhetoric right here. That's not. I mean, obviously, he looks like that, and there's evidence to prove that he was that, but predators don't look like the one on the left. They don't have a certain look. That's why they're that's one of the cloaks of a predator. Some would say the one in the middle, the dude right there in the middle, looks like a predator. And you would be able to say, well, back that up with facts. Absolutely. You can back that up with facts. There are so many hours of video of him talking, proving that he is a predator.
Going, oh, we have the children. No, they're fruitcakes. They're fruitcakes who wear high heels and do dances where they point at their dicks and have a show called Pee-wee's Funhouse. Or Pee-wee, it might as well be called Penis Big Adventure. Hang on a second, guys. I might be a real conspiracy theorist here. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, wait, Pee-wee died? Awesome. Yeah, fuck Pee-wee Herman. I'm really big bad. You don't know what the police planned. No. You can read through the Matrix, right? You can see through the Matrix and see that he was constantly being a dirty fucking pedo pervert publicly, and he was arrested jacking off in a XXX theater, and he possessed child porn and admitted to it. He admitted it. Want to know what his excuse was? They were vintage. That was his excuse. And you want to know why it worked? Because he's connected. Because he's a Hollywood Jewish elite. Okay? I've been watching this shit for years, and I can't fucking stand it. And that's why I make fun of Sound of Freedom so much, guys, because it's total horseshit. You want to know where the pedophiles are? They have arrest records. They work at Nickelodeon. They work at Disney. They work at CAA. They work at Paramount Pictures. They work at MGM. They literally are doing the movies and the TV shows that your kids watch. Like, oh no, oh my God, Timmy Ballard. We got to send him money. He's going deep into the jungle to get... So Jimmy,
there it is, ladies and gentlemen, right there. That's his motive. There's no righteous indignation, nothing. It's just envy. It goes back to money. That is the motivation for his false anger. Well, I don't even want to call it false because I do think that he really is angry, but it's not for any of the reasons that he's saying whatsoever. It always goes back to money and power for Owen Benjamin.
Salvo was knighted, but did the knighthood get revoked after the truth came out? Royals apologized. No. Why would they? No one does anything because people are fucking stupid. It's one of the reasons that I'm not like crazy against the Freemasons. I mean, I'm not into it. I still believe in people. I try and give people the truth, all that. But like, what the fuck, guys? Like, you can't tell that's a pedophile? Really? So you really need to be managed? Like, you really need... So all these Q-tards that are like, oh, we got him, boys.
Okay, so this is one of the reasons why he always talks to his audience this way. Did you hear what he just said? So you need to be managed? He is forcing his audience, the people that submit to him, pay the gay away, give me a bear name, can I be bearified? That's all submissive behavior. You're submitting yourself to another human being, something that he adamantly claims that he does not do, but he forces other people to do it, and he actively lies about it. Like the Zerka guy, he's saying, yeah, that's kind of funny that he wanted to be verified, isn't it? Well, he didn't want to be. He didn't ask. He made a statement, and that's what he said. That's all he said. It wasn't, may I please be verified as this. It wasn't that whole ritualistic, submissive, please, sir, may I be allowed into Bertoria type of thing. But what he just said, he said, so you have to be managed? That's part of his rhetoric of talking down to the people that listen to him, that submit, forcing them into the mindset that he is the one that is in control. He is the way, the truth, and the life. In this reality, as far as Owen Benjamin and the bear cult is concerned, he's the one with the answers. He's the one with the solutions. And it always comes back to give him money. Do what I tell you. High trust community. Shut your mouth. If you don't shut your mouth, you won't be allowed to stay. Pay me money and I'll read your letters. That way you have some connection to Hollywood. He is everything he claims not to be.
You mount up. So you can't see that that's the pedophile? Like right there. That's him. No, we gotta vote. Donald Trump was friends with Jeffrey Epstein. Friends. They were friends. Like at parties, drinking, hanging out. Like, yeah. Jeffrey Epstein was fucking like 5 to 8, 15, 16-year-old girls every single day. You don't think his friends knew about that? That's like if my friends didn't know I have to milk animals. Like, imagine, I milk animals right now once a day. I do all my goats and my cows in the morning. Everybody I know knows I have to do that every single day. Imagine if I had to milk the cow, my dick, 7 times a day. Like, it was constantly just like needing a massage. I need a massage. I need a massage. And someone's like, why are all your fucking masseuses 15-year-old girls that have like a tattoo on their forehead? He's like, so you don't think he knew that? Are you fucking retarded?
If you know anything about the Jeffrey Epstein case, well, no, not if you know anything. I don't understand why people feel the need to exaggerate. The Jeffrey Epstein situation is bad enough as it is. You don't need to exaggerate anything. And yet, here he is exaggerating.
All right. Prince Philip was the leader of the Freemasons. Just as no, I get it. I'm not saying they're good guys. I'm not saying that faking the goddamn moon landing was cool for people, or that farming human consciousness like your goddamn cows is good. Obviously, I'm not saying that. But the amount of people that can't see that that's a pedophile with an arrest record of jerking off in public is mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. Not only did they not see it, they argue with me on Twitter. They go, oh, he was framed. What the fuck are you talking about? Do you see why people may want to, I don't know, farm you for milk? Ugh. It's cynical, and I won't let myself view people as animals. But it's like, because I know we've all been...
He definitely views people as animals. He does. That was one of in the last live stream, it might have been this one, I don't know, they all bleed together, where he was referring to his chicken, and... I mean, he talks about his goats that way, his cows. He does view people as animals. And whether or not anybody out there that is an active bear with your bear goggles still on, whether or not you want to believe it or not, he hates you. He thinks you're stupid. He has said that before. Whenever he was being accused of stealing the Beartaria fund money, he talked about the Ponzi scheme and said that he looks at the situation the same as that dude does. And that he detests the people that fell for the scam. He hates his victims, which means he hates his cult members. That's why he didn't show up to last year's Beartaria, the Cult Fest.
I'm not perfect. I currently am thinking things that in the future, I'm sure.
This is the Texas Goat Radio Show. I'm your host, Pretorius. As always, till next time.